Yo, what's going on, VIP family? Welcome back to another episode. So today we're gonna be replacing a clock spring in the ls430. Pretty much what happened is I was taking off the steering wheel to paint it, and then wrap the airbag. And when I put everything back on, I pretty much broke the clock spring. So I'm gonna take the old one off, replace it with this new one that I ordered from eBay, um, and then from there, pretty much hook everything back up. So I'll show you guys step by step of how I'm taking it off and then how I'm putting it back on. Real quick, for those of you that don't know what a clock spring is, it pretty much connects to your airbag, and that allows your system to detect when you are in an accident to release the airbag. So without all right, so pretty much what's going on in my situation is the starting the car, and usually this light, the airbag light, is supposed to go away, but mine's unfortunately stays on. That's because the clock spring is broke. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pretty much, like I said, take off the steering wheel and the airbag, and we're pretty much gonna be replacing the clock spring. So I'm gonna put you guys in a different angle so that way you guys can see pretty much how we're gonna be doing this. Alright, so first thing you're going to want to do is come over to your battery, and you're going to want to disconnect the negative. The positive can stay connected, you just want to disconnect the negative, and then from there we'll go back inside and then we'll start disassembling everything else. Alright, so once we disconnect the battery, we're going to go back inside the car. So pretty much what's holding the airbag in place is there's two screws, two T30 size screws that are pretty much going to hold the airbag into place. To reach those, we're going to have to pop off these side covers right here. There's one on this side, there's also one on the other side. To do that, you can either use a prying tool or you can use a flathead. You could also pretty much, if you could get your hand in there, you could pretty much pop it off like that. So we're going to pretty much pop off this cover right here, and then from there we'll be able to access the screws. So pretty much, like I said, we'll pry this cover off. Another thing to do, before I forgot to mention before you even get started, is you want to make sure your car is parked on a flat surface and your steering wheel is pretty much straight. Tires are straight. Alright, so we'll pop this off. Come on, baby. Alright, so it's held on by two clips. Alright, so once we get that popped off, we'll pretty much take the T30, we'll insert it. Alright, insert it. Pretty much get this loosened up. So from there, we'll pretty much pop, let me see, hopefully you guys can see that, we'll pretty much take off the airbag now, be able to release it. And like I said, there's going to be two clips, these two clips that are pretty much plugged in the back of the airbag, so don't just pretty much yank the airbag off. Those pretty much going to be two clips, and you'll want to disconnect those clips by these two yellow tabs right here. You'll pop these up, get something flat, pop them out, and from there you'll be able to actually take off the full airbag. So like I said, these two clips right here, they just pretty much pop up, and then you'll be able to disconnect the airbag. Alright, so with the two clips removed, you're going to want to pretty much get a 19 socket and take off the steering wheel bolt. Hold the steering wheel, and then you want to take that nut, loosen it, Now, on certain vehicles, you will need a steering wheel puller to get the steering wheel off. But, you know, since I'm so strong, I'm pretty much gonna yank the steering wheel off. Just, you know, grab it and pretty much pull. So let's see. Come on. There we go. Oh yeah. So pretty much take that steering wheel off. Set that to the side. Pretty much take you guys up out of here. Alright. So now we have the clock spring. As you can see, mine is all over the place. So we're gonna pretty much take the clock spring off. I gotta take off these two bolts right here. And then, like I said, we'll take the clock spring off and we'll go from there. Alright, so now that we got those off, there's gonna be two more sensors. Well, you know, disconnect this clip right here and then disconnect this clip right here. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Disconnect those clips, and then from there we should be able to take the clock spring off. Oh, there's one more right there. Should we disconnect that, and then we should be able to free it up. Alright, so a quick thing to mention, when you're getting the aftermarket clock spring, it doesn't come with a sensor that's supposed to actually be right here. So what you'll want to do is you'll pretty much take it off your OEM one, which is this piece right here. Pretty much take it off your OEM one, and then we're just going to transfer the OEM part, the sensor that's right here, just to over here. So that's pretty much simple. It's just held on by a couple tabs. So get that off, and then all we're gonna do is just transfer it over here, click it into place, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, so now that we got it put back onto the car, it's pretty much straightforward. It's gonna tell you the top, and then you don't pull this clip out yet till you get everything else mounted back on, and then we'll pull the clip out, and then we'll pretty much put the steering wheel on, the airbag, lock the airbag back into place, turn the car on, make sure that that light's off. Well, connect the battery, then turn the car on, make sure that that light's off, and then if that light is off, then we did good. So I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much put the steering column cover back on, and then go from there. I'll let you guys see once I'm done. Alright, another thing to mention, once you pull this tab out, it's pretty much gonna allow this to move freely. So this yellow, let me see, this yellow window right here, that pretty much lets you know that it's straight. If it does happen to get unbalanced, you're pretty much going to turn it 5 times. Sorry about that, guys. You're pretty much going to turn it 5. You're going to do 5 turns till you see this is clear. I'll let you know that it's straight. So right now, like I said, it's straight. Once I pull this tab off, it'll pretty much move freely. But yeah, let's put the steering wheel back on. Alright, so got the steering wheel put back together. Pretty much all you're doing is just reversing the steps that you did to take off the steering wheel. So go ahead and put this cover piece back on, and then I'll go ahead and connect the battery, and then we'll start the car up and see what's going on. So go ahead and connect the battery real quick. Alright.
positive back on. I mean, negative back on. Alright. And then we'll head over. See what's up.
So the light's not on there no more. As you guys can see, we are good to go. So that's pretty much how you're gonna replace a clock spring. It'll be in any model car. You'll pretty much do the same steps, but like I said, that's pretty much how you're gonna replace the clock spring if you do have that issue, because pretty much your horn won't work, and like I said, the airbag light will come on and pretty much disable the whole system. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram also at VIPLS_430. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys next time. Much love.